Salmanan. Um, I just watched a very, very disturbing video. Um, saw it on Twitter of an incident that happened at a school. I think the school is called Crow Crowthorne Christian Academy. Crowthorne. Yeah, nice. Christian Academy in Midrand. Um, and the incident is, I just saw the first little snippet of this male just pushing a woman and a child out of a classroom, and then obviously I start reading up on what's happening, and apparently, as the story goes, the principal, Tanya Booysen, Mrs. Tanya Booysen, expelled a girl for having dreadlocks, and she kept on saying, "But the girl has extensions in her hair, and the extension goes against school hair code of conduct, whatever the case may be." Of which that is not the case. She does not have extensions. She has itreti, and she just happened to tie up itreti. So because of that, the principal assumed that she had extensions, and then chased her out to expel her, or said, "You can't come back to school until you've sorted that out." Of which obviously then the parents got involved and they got to school. So this again, Miss Tanya Booysen, obviously a white female, and this is happening to a black 12-year-old girl, and then she brings in her parents, and then you start watching, because all these things are being recorded, little snippets. I love the fact that we can document certain things so that the rest of us can learn and see what is happening in schools. So not all schools, some schools, like in this case. So again, the mother is trying to find out why my daughter is being chased out of school. Why is my daughter being chased out of class? My child has a right to education. I am a fee paying mother. Why is it that my child, and the husband is there, and they've printed out the school's policy around here, and the child has not broken any rules. Now, Mrs. Tanya Booysen has her husband there, Afrikaans man or whatever, standing next to her looking like a bodyguard, and he's the one who is essentially getting the parents to leave, go, don't do this, don't do this. And I'm watching this clip, to the point where they even start saying, no, she must leave because they don't pay fees. And she's like, what? We pay fees? Show us where we haven't paid fees. We paid fees, we pay every month. My child has broken no policy, has changed, has broken no school rule. Why is it that my child has been kicked out? Can you explain exactly what's happening? Obviously, the principal is trying to run away from the situation. She doesn't want to address it, and she's got her husband there to be the buffer, to a point where the principal is now telling the little 12-year-old girl to get out of the class, and the parents are like, no, I'm not, my child is not going to go anyway. To then the husband then pushes the 12-year-old and their mother out, and he's pushing all of them out while the black male is outside attending to another situation. And I'm just watching and I'm going, what the fuck is happening? At a Christian school in South Africa in 2023, Umchita then comes through and then says to the principal's husband, shame on you. I just see my wife and my 12-year-old being manhandled out of a classroom, being manhandled, and all I do is I run and I go, shame on you. I know they're the victims here. I know they're the victims. I don't want to take energy and power away from the problem being this husband-wife combination that are running a school, doing what is wrong. But now Lumchita must also take a look at himself tomorrow or this evening in the mirror. I tell this to guys all the time. Jiman Majid. We've got one responsibility, and that's to look after our loved ones. Let's look after our family. In that case, 10 out of 10, to be a responsible father, to being there, to doing the documents, to banbani, to acting within a very patient, very calm, very articulate. But when someone manhandles your wife and your child, your daughter, guys, I would have been sitting in prison. I do worse for less. worse for less. You're not going to touch my family like that. No. We must stay verbal. We must engage within the processes and get things done. But the moment you shut all bets off, I would have pumped that guy 6 bullets. Because I don't know what's going to happen. You might, oh, come on, hey. But anyway, it was just very, very painful to watch. One of the things that we now do is that we post that on Twitter, obviously for awareness, to bring light to this horrible situation, and hopefully justice is then served. And then we start tagging EFF or Julius, and I go, as if I was Julius, I'd just roll my eyes sometimes, because I'm part of it. I talk shit about Julius, I talk shit about EFF, When I face racial injustice, well, I also now have to run to him, So it's so like, it got me also looking in the mirror as black people. Would do we only lean on the EFF and Julius when we need them, in a space where we feel like we've been victimized from a racial point? Julius, please help me. EFF, please help me. It's good that you tagged, but also tag other political affiliates. Tag the DA, the ANC. Tag other people, that politicians that are meant to stand for the right thing. But it was just had me thinking as well, But yeah, guys, go on Twitter, jump on this. As I said, Crowthorne wasn't correct. I was the Christian Academy in Midrand. It was crazy, man. I feel sorry for the little 12-year-old girl. It's so painful. I feel sorry for the mother. I feel sorry for the father who's going through all of this. Also the kids, the pupils of the school having to see and witness all of this. I really hope that justice is served. I hope that there's a due process is followed in terms of the principal, Mrs Tanya Booysen, and then I hope they get the police involved for assault of what her husband then did to the 12-year-old, the minor, and the woman. Especially in a country where GBV is rife, we need to protect our women at all cost, and men can't be laying their hands and manhandling our mothers, our sisters, our wives, and definitely not our daughters. So it was just one of those things, guys. Nibuke spread awareness, machita shana ma push up and no chima. Understand ukuthi we need to protect. We need to do a better job at protecting our loved ones. Anyway, have yourselves a fantastic day. Sharp, guys.